Hi guys, so welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do an unboxing. So, as you guys know, I love coffee. Maybe that's three loves is still an understatement. But I actually got this new kettle from the team at Kafun. If you guys know how to pronounce it, let me know. It's cute because they even sent me a handwritten card. It says, "Thank you, Christian. Here's to making your pour-over dreams come true." And indeed, my pour-over dreams have come true. So, I got the fellow Stagg EKG electric pour-over kettle. So a lot of people may be asking, why get an expensive kettle? Although I wasn't gifted this, I actually bought this. So why get a really nice expensive kettle? Well, for one reason, guys, if you're in specialty coffee, you know the importance of control, technique, temperature, and having all your variables set to a specific kind of standard. It comes with a sticker, so I might put this on the AeroPress. So just gonna toss things slowly to the side. So this is the base. This is the base, and this is the actual kettle itself. And let's set this over here. And something special, guys, that I got was I got the walnut version. So here it is. So the walnut version is actually really nice because it has these, well, again, walnut accents. So you can see, beautiful handle, very ergonomic in pouring, and nice accents over here. The reason why I chose this specific one is because it's pretty simple, but most of my furniture in the condo is actually brownish, kind of walnut color. So let's clean everything later. Let's get the base. Wow, pretty nice, pretty nice. So another thing that's awesome about this kettle is it has a hold function. I know most kettles these days have hold functions as well, and this goes up to 60 minutes if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, easy unboxing. Today we're actually going to do a brew. I have a freezer full of coffee that I bought in Q1 of this year. So today I'm going to be brewing a Ethiopian coffee, koke. Yeah, Amber Lot PR12 from Rogue Wave Coffee Roasters in Edmonton. So shout out to Daves and Ply for hooking me up with this coffee. They are probably one of my favorite roasters in Canada. And I'm also brewing with perfect water. So I'll be talking a little bit about why water is important and why it's something that you need to look at a little bit later, but pretty much it. Set up the kettle, plug it in. Yeah. Now I actually need to set it to, there's a whole function over here. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I'm going to be filling it up with water, so let me get back to you guys. Hi guys, so we're back. We did a little bit of housekeeping. We got our grinder, we got our water, we got our brewing device, we got our paper filter, we got our coffee, and we got our kettle. So these are the basic things we need in terms of brewing a good cup of coffee. It may seem like more than usual just because I'm a specialty coffee drinker, which means I really enjoy, digging deep into the actual specifics of the coffee. So first of all, let's talk about water. So I'm an advocate about using whatever's most convenient. If it's the tap water, fine. If you're in Vancouver, normally your water will be fine. It's soft enough. If you're in places like maybe Calgary or Edmonton, you probably would need to filter out, or you would need to find your own brewing water, mixing it with distilled. If you're in Toronto, you should also be a bit harder, but should be fine. So now you might be asking, what is this gadget? So it's a TDS meter. So what it will do, okay, if you hear something, guys, there's lots of construction around, and I also am doing my laundry like a normal person on the weekend. But tangenting back, this is a TDS meter, and what you need to do, it's zeroed out. You turn it on, and you just stick it in your water, and it comes up with a reading. So this is at 99, which For me, at a baseline, I like to brew at 100, and that's just kind of where I stand with things. I sometimes go softer, I go harder, but it really depends on calibrating the coffee. So now that I have my water, I'm just gonna dump it in my kettle. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, and then we'll turn it on. Okie dokie. So it's in Fahrenheit. Is there a way for us to turn it not into Fahrenheit? Let's see. Okay, so it's not, and I am not an expert, but let's go 205. Yeah, let's go 205. And let's let it heat up. So while it's heating up, you might be asking, do I need an expensive kettle? The answer is no, because this is my trusty first ever kettle that I got. So you can get a kettle on Amazon, you can get the Hario Bono kettle. There are a lot of cheap kettles out there. I would say though that you're playing with less variables, so your heat might not be as consistent as you want, but if you preheat your kettle, you get your maybe like your electric other kettle, or maybe like a hot water boiler, or maybe if you're doing it right with a gas stove, it'll probably come up to, yeah, you know, like 100 degrees, give or take. But the answer is no, you don't have to have fancy equipment to brew good coffee. So as you can see, not fancy. Okie dokie. Now the next is the coffee itself. So on my Comandante, I'm at a 28 right now, which is maybe a medium-ish. What we're gonna do is we're gonna measure out the coffee. So fresh bag. Yeah. We'll clean everything later, guys. Don't worry. Well, TV magic. TV magic. Okay, nice. We'll do 16 grams. Okay, too much. Gotta retrieve some coffee. Okay, got it. So I'm gonna set up my brewer over there. So I just put the coffee in, twist the bottom, and we're gonna grind. So if you guys haven't exercised all week, you can get a hand grinder. Right now I'm exercising my arms, my shoulders, my forearms. It's a full body exercise. Yeah. All people like to do, okay, still, all people like to do this. Okay. That's pretty good. So I don't know if you guys can see or if the angle is good enough, but this is kind of what it looks like. I'm gonna actually let me sit that down because I'm out of frame again. So a lot of people like to fold the corner or the side so it has a better fit. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna preheat the brewer itself. Yeah, you guys don't need to go too crazy with it. After I preheat this, I will also toss it, and I'm going to be showing you what it looks like first. So if you can see, this is kind of how it looks like. Okay. A lot of people like to say, I'm under the frame again. A lot of people like to say table salt, this and that. To be honest, you should go by taste. If your coffee is tasting bitter, it's normally like you're over extracting. And if it's too acidic, it's under extracted. So you just have to work with one variable at a time, especially if you're learning how to brew coffee. So yeah, I would say take things step by step. So we zeroed it out. We'll be doing just a quick, very simple brew, 16 grams to 250. We'll do a 50 gram blue, which is getting the carbon dioxide out. And then, 100, and let's finish it. Okay. So first impressions, pretty easy pouring, lots of control. So for reference, guys, I actually have a Brewista, and I've sampled other kettles throughout my years. And it really goes down to what do you want? And I think that's something in life as well, is don't let anybody tell you what you should get, what you should think. You could tell them what you think, but you could let people tell you what they think. But at the end of the day, you decide what you ultimately will decide on. So if you feel like you like aesthetics more, if you feel like you like how things look, I mean, marginally, all their performance is very similar, at least for me, right? So yeah, I mean, the coffee's just gonna keep dripping like a normal, like, pour over coffee. Yeah. And again, nothing too fancy. We want to stay simple. We want to stay basic. And then normally for calibrating your coffee, guys, I would say if you like to do pour overs, it's something that you need to have. What helps is to have a general recipe. And the recipe isn't like it's a perfect recipe, but it helps you calibrate. Like, you have all your general parameters in place so that when you taste your coffee, you could adjust whether or not you feel like it needs to be finer, it needs to be coarser, like the water needs to be softer or harder, or you feel like the brew time needs to be longer. So those are all of the things that you would calibrate in terms of thinking about how to get a really good cup of coffee. Next is the coffee itself. So let's talk a little bit about project origin and the process of carbonic maceration. So carbonic maceration is a wine technique that they use. So normally they put cherries in a stainless steel tank with a one-way valve. They'll put a they'll pump carbon dioxide in and have a one-way valve out for all of the oxygen. It's an heirloom varietal, which again is one of the god varietals for me in terms of non-geisha varietal. That is just super good. This is supposed to taste like mango, raspberry, orange soda, and light cocoa. Awesome. So let's just put this here so we don't make a mess. So we finish at about 2:30, 2:35. So what we would like to do is we would like to spin the brewer, spin the carafe. Reason being is when coffee brews, it's not homogeneous, so you still need to spin it so that all the particles can kind of combine and become one. Okay. So for coffee tasting, a lot of people are thinking, I don't taste the coffee, blah blah blah. Okay, it's like pretty hot right now. Don't drink the coffee. Let the coffee sit a little bit. If you want to sip the coffee at its hottest point right now, or just after it brews, you're really tasting the kind of, is it velvety, is it light? You're tasting body. But as the coffee cools, that's when you're actually trying to figure out, is there mango, is there raspberry, is there orange soda, is there light cocoa? But again, these are all things that are subjective. So if you feel like you're tasting, instead of mango, you're tasting another tropical fruit, then that's fine. If you're not tasting raspberry or tasting strawberry, it's fine. We all grown up in different parts of the world, and we all taste different fruits and vegetables. So the most important thing is to trust your gut, trust your instinct. But if you can't taste anything at all, what I would recommend is just think of things like, is it fruity or is it more chocolatey? Is it now when you think of fruits, you're thinking of, is it a tropical fruit? Is it a stone fruit? Um, is it this type of fruit? Is it citrus? There's so many ways to kind of go about tasting coffee, but at the end of the day, the best coffee is the coffee that you like. So if you want to put cream and sugar here, not for me, but by all means. I think every day, or like some days even for me, I just like a flat white, simple flat white. Or sometimes I've been recently making like this kind of like concoction with like cinnamon, oat milk, and like a very short AeroPress where it's kind of kicky and strong. So yeah, the best coffee is the one that you like, guys. Yeah, lots of fruit. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed a little bit about the unboxing, a little bit kind of like my chat, and kind of everything that we talked about today. If you have any questions about brewing coffee, or if you want me to talk about a specific topic, comment it down below. Until next time, peace.